Welcome. What's up, everybody? This is Telesales Tycoons every single Thursday, 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. I'm Jacob Van Helden, and unfortunately, my host is not able to be with me today. He's busy, he's grinding, building his agency, filling lead orders, and he said, you know what, Jacob, I can't be on today. I need you on today. And so you got me this week. But hey, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a good time. This week, today, we are going to be talking about scaling, about growing, about building from a one-man operation to a 10, 15, 20-man operation in your call center, in your phone room, however you want to build yourself up. If you're a single agent doing everything, making the calls yourself, setting the appointments, sell them over the phone, that's great. But if you are wanting to legitimately grow a call center like what we have here with Secure Telesales, I've got some sick stuff, some great ways for you to really scale your business. We have talked to hundreds and hundreds of different people who run call centers, some of the biggest call centers in the nation. We have had conversations with them, and we have thrown out the old model, brought in a new one. And if you are legitimately wanting to build an insurance call center, whether it be Medicare, whether it be final expense, whether it be simplified issue term life, whatever it may be, there are two very important things that you need. Number one, you need sick leads. You need leads that are coming in on a consistent basis, that are flowing in almost automatically. If you can get your leads to automatically flow into whatever system it is that you're using, it is going to make your life so much easier. I can promise you that. Because when you have to come in every single morning and upload a list of 500, 600, 700 leads every single morning, yeah, it doesn't take that long, but wouldn't you rather have that lead that just got filled out, that person just got filled out, it is fresh in their mind, shoot directly into your system so that you don't have to do anything? Automation is key to success. Automation makes everything easier. It makes your life as an owner, as a CEO, as a manager, whatever it may be, it makes your life easier. So number one, you got to have good leads. And number two, you have to have a perfectly structured system for everything. You need openers and closers. We've gone to the just having agents do the whole thing, call, find interest, dig through all those people who don't have any money, don't have bank accounts, don't health qualify, dig through all those people. You need openers doing that. Now, depending on how you want to pay, like we pay ours hourly. So they're in here Monday through Friday calling hourly, getting paid. And then we offer bonuses for successful transfers that lead to sales. But you need openers and closers. You need a system. You need scripts for your openers. You need scripts for your closers. You need rebuttals. You need all the, and if you get lead orders from Secure Agent Mentor, you're going to get a lot of that. You're going to get a whole list of rebuttals. You're going to get a script that is sick, and you will be able to close business, but you have to have the system set into place. A dialer is also a good thing to have because, yeah, you can hand dial everything, and it's okay, but you're missing out on a lot of stuff. You're missing out on the reporting, which is great. You can tell how many calls each opener's made, how many successful transfers each opener's made, how many transfers each closer has taken, how many sales out of transfers closers are taken, because numbers are everything. To scale, to truly be able to scale and build your business, you've got to know your numbers. You have to know the matrix. So having a dialer system allows, again, for that automation, so that you're not having to have each person, every time they make a call, put a tick mark. And then every time they make a transfer, put a tick mark. And then when it comes over to the closer side, when they get a transfer, they put a tick mark. And then they have to go through and put a tick mark for each sale that they get. That's Stone Age stuff, man. That's back in the 1900s, early 1900s. You've got technology now. You have systems that will tell you every day, hey, here's how many calls everybody made. Here's how many successful transfers went through. Here's how many transfers each agent took. And here's how many sales each agent made. And here's what each agent made off of each sale. Or here's what you made off of each sale. And once you know your numbers, then you can truly start scaling. But the two things that you need the most to become successful and to really truly scale are a steady, constant, quality flow of leads and a system for everything. We have a system for when people want to call in and cancel their policy. We don't let it happen. We put that doubt in their mind. We make them not want to cancel it. It's a snap decision. It's, I don't think I can afford it this month. I need to cancel it forever. And we tell them, you're going to regret it. And we have a system for it. Guys, stick around. I have a lot more sick stuff to help you build your call center on Telesales Tycoons. Thanks. Welcome back. Guys, if you want to truly become successful by selling over the phone, you have to have systems, you have to have leads, you have to have good people in your call center. We've gone through probably 8 to 10 openers and probably 5 to 6 closers. So the turnover ratio, it's like any other industry. I don't care how good your leads are. I don't care how good your system is. You can't ever truly rely on one person. You've got to have a constant flow of potential recruits that you're going to bring in for closers, because you have someone who's not being successful in your call center. They're wanting to leave because they're not making money. Our closers are on a commission structure. And so if they're not making sales, they're not making money. And we try to help them, we try to coach them, we try to do everything we can. But at a certain point, you have to realize that, well, maybe this isn't for them. Or maybe, there's a better opportunity somewhere else for them. And whether they make that decision or you make that decision, but you have to make it, because you're bleeding. You're bleeding out if you've got someone who is taking transfers all day long and not making sales. Because that's wasted money. That's wasted money on leads. That's wasted money on time. That's wasted money on a dialer system. So you've got to make sure that the people in your call center are quality, are good, are what you're looking for. You got to screen them. We used to, just because it was a phone position, we used to interview them over the phone. But people are different on the phone than they are in person. And so you got to bring them in. You got to see them face to face, shake the hand, see the face. And that way if that person is going to be able to stick around, be reliable, be successful, because we can train it. But if they're not reliable and they're not going to stick around and they don't want to be here, then there's only so much you can do. You can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped. But if they're willing to learn, if they're coachable, if they are reliable, and that's the biggest thing, is you got to have reliable people. Leads, systems, scripts, all that is great, but if there's no one in there to be making the calls and closing the sales, then what does it matter? You have nothing. You've got a really good system and a bunch of leads that nobody's calling. So you've got to have the people in there as well. And the people that you have in there, you want to be sure are people who are going to be successful, who are going to be reliable, who are going to be coachable and take the information that you have, tried and true, you've done it, you've proven it. There's a system for it. You got to take that information and make sure that they can absorb it and actually apply it to their sales process. Because you can give them a script and they can read all day long, but if someone sounds robotic and they don't have the personality and they don't have that knack for it, then it's going to be tough to get them to succeed. So guys, really what it boils down to is 3 broad topics, but 3 major things. You've got to have the leads. You absolutely have to have the leads. That is the lifeblood. You do not want cold calling. It's okay, but you are going to spin your wheels. You are going to wear people out because you're going to be calling 1,000 people a day. and maybe talking to 15 or 20 of them. And that is going to burn people out quick. You got openers sitting there doing nothing. You're wasting time. You're wasting money. You need leads. You need people who are legitimately interested. The second thing you need is a system. You need that dialer system. You need that tracking so you can see your matrix and you can scale and you can grow. You need everything. You need to be able to have a system for if this, then that. So if an opener is unsuccessful transfer, you've got to have a system for that to where it either routes back to the opener and they call them again and try to retransfer, or whoever it was getting transferred to closes it, or the closer, they call them back, whatever it may be. But you've got to have a system for everything. A system for openers, a system for closers, a system for sales, a system for tracking. You got to have everything set in place. And then the last thing and the most important thing is you've got to have the people. You've got to have reliable people. You've got to have people who are going to show up. You've got to have people who are coachable. And if they're not coachable, they better already be good. They better already be sales beasts. They better be telesales tycoons. But if they're not, make sure that you can coach that into them. And make sure that they'll actually digest it and do it. Because someone can sit there and nod, okay, yeah, I understand, yeah, and then never do it. So having that system, having everything in place where you can listen to recordings. So you can tell if the time and the money that you're spending on these people is actually being applied to their job, either whether it's opening or closing, whatever it may be. But guys, those are the three things that you need. And if you want to truly scale up your business and scale up your call center presence and ability and bringing in more money, 10, 15, 20K a week, you've got to put these things into place. You have to implement these things, because without these things, it's going to be a long ride. I'm telling you. And yeah, it can happen, but I'd rather have it happen in 3 years with a good system and spend a little bit more money than go the cheap route and wait 5 to 10 years for it to become very, very successful. I'd rather invest now, make it sick, make it unstoppable, so that way 2, 3, 4 years down the road, we're where we want to be. And then we continue to scale up. Guys, stick with it. I promise you. Telesales is the key. I love it. I'm in there every day with my call center agents, with my openers, with my closers, and I love it. There's no better feeling in the world than getting a sale over the phone. Guys, thanks for joining. Please like, share, comment. If you like it, love it, hate it, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. Guys, tag people. If you know anyone who is really wanting to scale up and build a business, pass this video on to them. Let them know that we're here to help. We want to pump as much content onto the internet, onto Facebook, onto YouTube, that we can to help people succeed. Don't be a 92%er. Don't be one of those 92% agents, 92% of agents who fail in their first 3 years. Be that 8%er. Be that 8%er. Do well, show up, do the work, and you will succeed.